Welcome back, you filthy animals. I'm Hugh, you're you, and together we are gonna go on an adventure. I'm gonna do something a little different. Well, different for me, pretty normal for YouTube. I'm going to do a react today. A react to a game that's not out yet, but they released a new trailer yesterday or the day before. Um, it's called Exodus. I definitely didn't just have to open the window to check that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hope I set this up right since it's my first time doing it. Probably didn't. There's probably gonna be a few kinks, so you'll just have to hopefully bear with me. We're gonna hop over to capture window, right? It's gonna. Oh, it's not there. Wait, what about now? Is it there now? It's there now. Hooray! So what we're gonna do now. Oh, I had a pet hair stuck in my mask. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is just react to this game. I don't know anything about this game. I know Matthew McConaughey is attached to it, and I know that what do I know? Matthew McConaughey is attached to it, and that there's some ex Bioware people working on it. So let's jump right into it, I guess. Right? All right, no. Is that what Philly D says? Let's just jump into it. Yeah, I can't say that. Um, let's hop into it. Is that too close? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I set a little timer, but I forgot to hit start. And phones nowadays, I have to go through like 5 different screens just to get back to the timer when it goes away. Okay. So, what did we decide on? Let's start this. Let's go. I don't know. Transform and roll out. So this is the trailer that released, I think, yesterday.
Preparing to transfer now. This is your last chance to bail, June.
Do it. Loaded weapon is a hell of a way to greet your new partner.
So you're June.
We're burning time. Now that we're all best of friends, let's make each other rich.
I'm not just here to look pretty. I got away with celestial tech.
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Target acquired. Many thanks again for your help. You should have been honest.
This place is forbidden. The price is death.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
This looks so different than what we saw. Okay, so that was the video from yesterday. What did I think of that? Was that? Oh, thanks. Is that this trailer or is this a different one?
Preparing to transfer now.
So now I'll talk over
This is your last chance to bail, June.
Do it.
the facial animations look kind of weird to me. That's pretty cool. Gotta love a good grappling hook. So I'm logged in on a browser that is like completely incognito and everything. What are these recommendations? I'm looking at a video game. So these first two make sense, right? And then why are they sending me random Vladimir Putin stuff? And the other ones make sense. It's kind of weird, YouTube. Be better. Okay, this makes me think of two things. The engine in Mass Effect 2 and 3 in your ship, that sphere, and also the thing Tali was into in Mass Effect 2 that they never went back and touched on. Obviously, I know this isn't Mass Effect, but since it has people that worked on it. Okay.
Loaded weapon is a hell of a way to greet your new partner.
So you're June.
See, like, his face right here looks real weird. He's like, I don't know if his eyes are too open. I'm not an artist, so I'm not like an expert, but something about his facial reaction here seemed just a little off.
We're burning time.
Also, is this UE4? Because this has a strong UE4 vibe to it. I feel like this looks the same as a lot of those Steam games that are like something simulator, you know?
Now that we're all best of friends, let's make each other rich.
I'm not just here to
Okay, so we have either a robot or someone in a mech suit. She's got, I don't know, a cannon or something to mess with the environment. We've got a gun.
look pretty.
A little quippy.
I got away with celestial tech.
Do we know what a celestial is in this universe? It's probably, I'm just going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say it's going to give him Mass Effect-y powers, right? Like Liara and stuff. And then there's a giant bear. Gotta say, I was not expecting to see a giant bear. Okay, so he's got an Omni Blade that's not an Omni Blade. Looks like it's made out of blue instead of orange. Poor bear looks like he's knocked out. He's got a very Dragon Age-y griffin on him.
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
I keep getting the voice of the main guy and this other dude who I guess is a party member.
Let me light the way for you.
Okay. So this black stuff actually reminds me a lot of Andromeda. He played that. I don't remember what they were called, but the like robot tech race that could build stuff out of that.
Target acquired.
And that sounds like Garrus, but I don't know if it is. I mean, obviously, the voice actor Garrus. I don't think Garrus is in this game. That's very Omniblade.
Thanks again for your help.
So we have a small smart frog and then a giant bullfrog.
Help.
See, and these guys look super similar to me.
To be honest.
This place is forbidden. The price is death.
Very Metroid-looking enemy there.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
Traveler, that's a Destiny thing, right? That's where we've heard that before, another space opera. I don't know who this lady is. I think this is the first time we've seen her, right? And then here he is using his sort of powers. I don't know who this guy is. But if it ends up being his dad, that's going to be very Andromeda-y. Because, spoilers for anyone that hasn't played that game, I guess, but you and your dad are like special explorers, and the goal in that world is to find, or the goal in that game is to find inhabitable worlds, and you and your dad don't really get along, and he's got an AI in his head, which makes him special, and then you get it later, so you're special. And then the dad dies at the beginning, I think. It's been a while since I've played that, but it's if this is his dad, I'm definitely getting that kind of vibe from this. And like I said, I don't remember seeing any of these people. I guess this is supposed to be the main character because he's got that glove hand thing. The art just looks different from the models in the game. I have no idea who this dude is. I don't know who she is either. Maybe she's the woman that was becoming, or that was in between this main guy and the person that could be his dad. I mean, they look very different. So I'm definitely getting Mass Effect Andromeda vibes, which I was not expecting. Let's check out this other trailer.
Max, we need to head back.
Hold on, I'm getting a reading.
Max!
Wait!
What she found that day was a miracle. It would be our salvation to fight against the Celestials, humanity's greatest enemy.
Okay, so well, let's see what YouTube's recommending this time. Matthew McConaughey, Exodus, a movie. Why are you recommending the Bible to me? Death of a Unicorn seems pretty random, and a Wide Ted. Okay, none of that makes any sense. This reminds me of Andromeda 2, the upside down tech pyramid.
This is it.
That makes me think of Destiny.
They found us.
These enemies make me think of the bad guys from Andromeda. One of the bad guys from Andromeda. So that's some slight Bay Transformer vibes.
Stay down!
The Celestials hunted us down. I knew they'd keep chasing us until they ripped our ship apart, and I had to save her. I led them away from this world, away from her. We both knew the cost of using the gates. When you travel at light speed, time slows to a crawl. It was only days for me, but an entire lifetime passed for her. And in the chaos of those final moments, we never said goodbye.
No, come with me! Wait! Please!
Looks
Tom!
really familiar.
I love you.
She reminds me of this character that was on the Flash.
Our service, our sacrifice, discovers worlds, seeds hope, breaks empire.
Again, that makes me think of Andromeda, because that's what their goal was. They were discovering world and trying to find seeds of hope to help humanity settle.
We are the travelers.
We're really going all in on the grapple hook, which is pretty cool. Okay. The only thing that confused me about that is that seems like a completely different story than this video. This one was this dude gets powers and fights with a gray-haired dude and picks up a crew. And this one was about a man and a woman who stole some sort of orb, and then they separated and he went through, I don't know, some sort of wormhole device thing. Except in this universe, unlike Mass Effect, the time dilation still applied. Mass relays is what they are in Mass Effect. But like I said, in Mass Effect, going through a mass relay doesn't, there's no time dilation, but I guess here there is. Oh, this one's 5 minutes long. Okay.
Was not only brilliant, but courageous. To save her planet, she was...
I feel like the models in all 3 of these videos have looked different. Like they move different in all 3 of them.
willing to sacrifice everything and travel to the stars.
It's like the one in Flash. Something.
As a frontier world, we were barely hanging on. Desperate, we tried digging up our past to find the key to our future.
Max, we need to head back. There's too much interference.
Hold on. I'm getting a reading. I can't...
Max!
No! What? I'm all right.
What she found that day was a miracle. It would be our salvation. And she used that ship to explore the far-flung corners of the galaxy. A traveler on the hunt for celestial treasure.
Careful, Max.
The data structure is incredibly dense. This is it.
You gotta love video game logic, because, like, what were these dudes doing before she grabbed the orb? Were they just, like, hanging out? Just hiding out behind those pillars? Like, no, guys, we can't jump them yet, because they haven't touched the orb. But if they touch the orb, it's all in. We go hard.
Tom! Stay down!
She put her life on the line to bring back artifacts to put us on the path.
You know, that's one thing I did like in Andromeda and Mass Effect 3 is how the guns felt. The Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, to me, was actually, like, super, super cool. I was real into that.
To scientific breakthroughs. She risked everything, time and again. But despite her bravery, eventually her luck would run out. Lucky for us, she made it home safely. While she was alive, she was too humble to speak of her adventures. But at least we, her descendants, can honor her memory. Thank you all for visiting the museum.
So right now, my guess is Max's story happened, like, way in the past, and that dude, who I'm assuming was her partner, jumped through a relay and had time dilation affect him, and so he's going to come back, and it'll be, you know, a short amount of time for him, and then for the world, for Earth, it's going to be this dude's time, which I'm assuming is, like he said, generations apart.
Museum today. and safe travels tomorrow. Hey, that's off limits.
So I guess this is the main character from that first trailer we watched, because he's got the crazy hand.
She was always charging headfirst into the darkness. I was always one step behind, looking for the light switch. The Celestials hunted us down. I knew they'd keep chasing us until they ripped our ship apart.
Come on!
And I had to save her. So, I led them away from this world.
You know, in real life, it'd probably be pretty terrifying to be in an escape pod in space, because you're in this small craft and, like, space debris could probably just tear it apart pretty easily.
Away from her. We both knew the cost of using the gates. When you travel at light speed, time slows to a crawl. It was only days for me, but an entire lifetime passed for her. And in the chaos of those final moments, we never said goodbye.
No! Come with me! Wait! Please! Tom! I love you.
Thank you.
But it looked cool. Interview, Q&A.
The Mariyama would make a hell of the entire universe if they had the power. The monsters they create are testament to that. We call them Coven, the abhorrent slave soldiers of the Mariyama Celestials. A cruel blend of changeling creature and augmented machine parts. Things living in pain and living to cause it. The frightening ones are the smart
Apparently this game has werewolves.
ones. Things that think almost like people. Maybe think better. Things that will hunt you down like vengeful gods. Difficult to outsmart. Impossible to reason with. It's the traveler trade to cross with evil. But in this darkening cluster of stars, the Coven remain the last thing you want to encounter. Short of the Mariyama themselves. I'm C.C. Orlev. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. There was a myth back on Earth. Two ravens sitting upon the shoulders of a god, feeding him information about the worlds below. No secret safe from their all-seeing eyes. A Awakened ravens were engineered to be problem solvers, keen curiosity and remarkable memories. But when their Ark ship stopped on the wrong planet, that memory became a curse. They can't forget what went wrong. Not even all these generations later. Ravens are problem solvers, and people, left to their own devices, cause problems. They need a guiding hand, an all-knowing guardian, uncovering secrets, pushing things in the right direction. Yes, the ravens are watching us. I'm CC Orlev. Yesterday.
Okay, so we've got bears, ravens, Croven, frogs.
Celestials are not big on compassion. One look at the Archivir will tell you that much. These hardy changelings were designed to survive the extreme. Acid, radiation, even hard vacuum. Their unique biochemistry allows them to adapt to almost anything the universe might throw their way. That doesn't mean that they enjoy.
I wonder if the CC character that McConaughey is voicing is kind of like the news journal codex guy from Mass Effect 1.
It, but their celestial creators don't care much about their pain. Archivir are a disposable workforce, dropped off on dead worlds to mine resources and then left behind when the work is done. Some survive, build up communities under hell-like conditions. Of course, their origins leave most of these groups mighty suspicious of outsiders. So approach with caution. I am CC Orlev.
They don't seem that bad. They kind of feels like they got the short end of the stick, to be honest with you.
As we all know, the Awakened have a long, proud history of contribution.
Wait, so that's a bear and a dude hanging out together instead of fighting. Think we'll get a bear on our team? That'd be pretty cool.
To our home world.
Maybe it'll have like a HK-47 voice box.
But how familiar are you really with the origins of your awakened neighbors? Take the awakened bears. Because of their resilient physiology, their ancestors were charged with bringing medical care to early human colonies living in the most remote and...
What? The first awakened bears were doctors.
Hostile of environments of the cluster. A noble beginning for a species that today can be found too often working as mere military muscle. From life-saving medic to deadly soldier. Do we call that progress? I'm CC Orlev.
So we're definitely going to get a bear on our team then. Like, I have no doubt about that now. Welcome back, you filthy animals. Now I know what you're thinking. Welcome back. It's the middle of a video. I haven't been anywhere. Well, I did. I fed my pets and I let my pets outside and then I fed myself and I didn't go outside, but I did go to the bathroom, which accomplishes kind of the same thing. And then I sat down and I recorded a separate video where I read every single journal and like lore entry thing on the Exodus website. So since that is just me droning on for so long, I decided, hey, I'm going to make this a separate video. That way, people want to listen to all that lore, they can, but if they don't want to, they don't have to sit through it. It felt like a much better plan than just me attaching all of that sort of lore dump to this video. So if you want to hear more about that game and all the lore stuff that was in there, feel free to check out that video. I'm going to upload it right after this one, so it'll be a twofer today. So yeah, I'm not really sure where I'm going to cut this into the first video. I'm going to have to cut a huge chunk of it out, and I had to reread so much, but that's a me thing. That's not a you thing. I'm going to quickly run through this website too, just to show off a little bit more of the game. Okay, this is not the Exodus game that I thought it was, so I'm going to close that. Whoops. Here's the Exodus wiki. Okay, this is correct. I don't want to read anymore, so I'm just going to scroll through that, and you guys can see it. Look, there's shiny stuff. Cool. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Archetype Entertainment, they're the ones making the game. They're owned by Wizard of the Coast, which is a subsidiary of Hasbro. They're based in Austin, Texas. They've been around since 2019. Studio head James Olin. And they also have Chad Robertson and Drew Karpyshyn from BioWare. I don't know how to say his name, but he's an awesome author, and I love his books. Okay, Wizard announced new studio. This is just a bunch of random stuff, sort of talking about how they got the studio up. They're saying it's like old BioWare, but you know, who knows if that's true. Hopefully it is. Like I said, Drew makes awesome stuff. I'm very itchy. Oh, there's a novel. I can't read that for you guys because I think that would be breaking copyright laws or something. But hey, if you want more lore, bam, right there. All right, James Olin. What did he work on at BioWare? Let's find out. He worked there for 22 years. He worked at Arcanum Worlds in between. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that's cool. He ran a comic book store. That's awesome. Okay. Okay, so he was lead designer on Baldur's Gate 2 and Neverwinter Nights. He led the design on KOTOR and Origins. Dope. I love all of those games. Oh, he worked on SWOTOR. That's interesting. Okay, so that's great. Quite the pedigree. Love to see it. All right, checking out Drew. Very itchy. I've actually read all the Chaos Porn novels, and I liked them. So, you know, if you want some fun fantasy novels, go read them. Wow, he was a loan officer. That's wild. Oh, I'm actually reading Throne of Ball right now. Man, let me tell you, those first two Baldur's Gate books, super bad. So super bad. I just randomly decided to read them, and I actually started when Baldur's Gate 3 like wasn't even out yet, like a month before. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna read these books to see what like how the novels did it. Man, it took me the reason it took me so long to get to his book is because the first two were so bad. I would like read a chapter and like roll my eyes and be like, okay, well that's enough of this for 3 months. Okay, he wrote a lot of dialogue for KOTOR. Awesome, love it. Jade Empire installed on my computer right now. Awesome, love it. Mass Effect, awesome, love it. Darth Bane, obviously awesome, love it. Anthem, interesting. Okay. You know, I'm kind of bummed we never got like a wrap up novel for the Anthem universe because it did kind of end on some open questions, you know? Would have been nice. Okay, well, that's everything there. Sorry this ended up being kind of a weird video. Like I said, I recorded one part of it. My animals needed some attention. Obviously, I'm going to give them attention over recording a video because I have a soul and a heart. When I came back, I sat there for a second. I was like, this is a lot of reading, and it would just make more sense to make the reading part a separate video from the video reacts part. So that's what I did, and now there was that weird cut in there. Apologies, mea culpa. Hopefully it didn't bother you too much and you stuck around. If you did, feel free to leave a sacrifice for the algorithm gods on your way out. Feed them some comments. Help them drink some likes. Shower them in subscriptions. And give them notifications. Give me notifications to make the algorithm gods happy. You see where I'm going with this? It's tough. I'll have to workshop it. I don't know. And most importantly, remember to be excellent to each other. Party on.